The Beanie Bubble stars Zach Galifianakis, Elizabeth Banks, Sarah Snook, and Geraldine Viswanathan. A behind-the-scenes look at one of the biggest speculative crazes that blazed through American culture in the 90s. The Beanie Bubble, now streaming exclusively on Apple TV+. Rated R.
Watch what happens. Watch what happens. Who cares what happens when there's so much that happens? Happens. 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 Watch what happens. Watch what happens. Who cares what happens when there's so much that happens? Watch what happens. Watch what happens. Who cares what happens when there's so much that happens?
Hello and welcome to Watch What Crappens, a podcast about all that crap on Bravo that we just love to talk about. I'm Ben Mandelker, and joining me today is the wonderful and hilarious Mr. Ronnie Karam. Hi, Ronnie. How's it going?
Hi, I'm so good, babe. What's going on in your world today?
Well, I was just telling you beforehand, I finally took the plunge 2 months behind the rest of the world and started playing Zelda, and basically my productivity has already taken a massive hit. So good luck, everyone. Good luck to anyone who hears me podcasting for the next 5 months because, I'm a disaster. I am a full disaster now that Zelda has taken over my life. So that is where I'm at today. I'm in the throes of Zelda and I couldn't be happier. What's going on with you?
I'm in the throes of the video game called Real Fucking Life, because now you can't just return anything, okay? You have to go. Do you know how many places I had to go? Do you know how hard it is for an internet shopping addict today on Amazon? Okay, I returned 4 things on Amazon
just to make it today.
Because you got to pray. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yes, you got to pray to make it through the damn day. Okay, let me tell you how this Amazon works now, okay? You buy stuff from there, and then when you want to return it, instead of just giving you the little code, you know how sometimes it'll say, all we do is give you a code, and then you take the little code, you take a screenshot, you go into the UPS, you show them the code, they scan it, they put tape on the box, they put the label on, you're done, okay?
You're done.
Thank you. Thank you, Amazon, for being such a simple, beautiful company. Okay, now let's fast forward to today where fuck you guys. Why'd you switch everything? Okay, I got one code. And by the way, this is for an Amazon Kindle. Okay, one of the hard things. The code was for like one of those stands I bought on Amazon Day for my mic or whatever, some dumb thing. So one of those I had to return at Whole Foods. I couldn't return it at UPS, only Whole Foods.
That's weird.
Okay. The next one was a code, which was great. The Kindle, I had to print a label myself. They wouldn't give me a QR code. I don't have a printer. Who has a printer besides you and your father? I know you do. But generally, you're an odd person, okay?
Yeah. I guess I'm just, prepared for life. That's fine.
Who needs paper? Paper's ridiculous. It's a waste of life. It's a waste of trees. It's a waste of the world, okay? I'm a good person.
But it is true. You shouldn't have to print something out for Amazon.
Yes. Like they made it harder for their own product, the Kindle. Okay, so I had to print a thing out. So this time I said, you know what? Fuck these people. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to let them send me. There's an option where you can say, send me the thing. So they had to send me. I felt like so important.
Send you the return label?
Yeah. It cost $1. I was like, fine, you can print it. They literally sent me one without stickiness on it. So I still had to get packing tape to do it. I was so mad. Okay. So
are you going to send condolences to all the animals who died with the carbon emissions of this mailing of your label?
I know how stupid I sound. Okay, but
I'm playing Zelda. I care about nature now.
But then I had this pair of shoes I bought off Facebook like an idiot. You know those shoes that you can put on without having to touch them? Like they're called Kizik, and you just like shove your foot down there, and they pop into your foot pops into them, and you don't have to like bend down and put your fingers into the shoe to pull them up.
Oh. Wow.
They're amazing for lazy people. So I bought a pair of shoes from them. They didn't work, so I had to return those. So those, now they have a thing called Happy Returns, and those are like in Ulta Beauty and Cost Plus worldwide. The point
for
is...
For Facebook stuff? By the way, okay, I just want to say this.
4 places to return for... Come on, guys.
Okay, some comments. First of all, it's very clear why Amazon wants to make it harder for you to return their product, because they don't want you to return their product. They want you to have the product and use it and have people see you using it. So that makes sense to me. It's bullshit, but it makes sense to me. Second of all, I do not like returning things to places other than the UPS store or a FedEx store.
Yeah, thank you.
Because I'm not going to return like, oh, here's a lamp I bought. I'm going to bring it to Whole Foods where they're concerned about their freaking, dates and plums. And now they have a lamp. I don't trust them. And you know why? Because there is a company who they are a linen company, and they're a very well-known linen company. And I ordered some linens, and they just didn't look right. So I set up a return, and they said, okay, put it in the box, tape it up, and bring it to Walmart. They will accept the return. So I was like, great. So I put the label on it, and I brought it to Walmart, and I gave it to the lady. She's like, oh yeah, I know what to do. Yeah. And I was like, this doesn't feel right. And then 2 weeks later, they're like, we never got your return. Sorry, we're going to charge you for $400 or wherever. I don't know. It was expensive sheets. And I was like, no, you're not going to, I put this in a box. I took myself not to Walmart, to Walgreens. And I was like, you are not going to charge me. So they dropped the charges. They were really great. And then a month later, the box shows up at my home. And I was like, what is going on here? Because the lady, she scanned in the original barcode or the return barcode. She scanned in the wrong barcode, so it went all through the system. Everyone was confused, and it came all the way back to my house after all that. So that is why I do not return things outside of places that know about returns.
Oh, for Christ's sake. Well, you don't have a choice. They're like, you're going to go to every store. And I think it's because Amazon owns maybe everywhere. Because Amazon owns the whole world now, actually, including us. So they own Whole Foods now.
Amazon
so I
does
guess
not
that's
own
a
us.
thing. I know. They just rent us. So I think that's a thing where they... it's like, go to Whole Foods to return your packages, and maybe you'll want something organic. And you know what I did? I got some good pops. So it worked. I was like, oh my God, natural popsicles. I love the earth. I'm going to take care of the earth because we talked about orcas this week. So
yeah,
I'm going to take care of the earth and eat some good pops that don't have any added sugar. So it worked. Good job, Amazon. The conspiracy is complete. I've totally been bought.
Yes. Well, I'm talking about things that are destroying the earth. Let's talk about some super yachts, huh? Super yachts floating over the Great Barrier Reef, because we are here to talk below deck, down under. This is on video. All this yammering is on video. Go to patreon.com/watchwhatcrappens to watch the video up to a week ahead of time before it goes public on YouTube. So catch us there, everyone. And also our bonus episode. The plan is this week that we're going to do a cast preview for Big Brother. So that'll be really fun because Big Brother is actually coming back. And last season was wonderful, but now I'm already back in a space of oh, fuck this show. But that's kind of the spirit you have to have for Big Brother. So come join us for that. That's going to be fun. We love doing that.
I just spilled on myself drinking out of a can. So that's where I'm at today.
Maybe you should have gotten your can from Amazon. So maybe next time, David, you should get an Amazon branded liquid drinker from her. A cup. So glass. Why did I write glass? Oh, because there's broken glass. We are recreating Annie Lennox's seminal song, Walking on Broken Glass, but in the form of someone sitting on a yacht, not even walking on the glass.
Sitting near broken glass and then putting your foot on it, kind of.
Sitting on broken glass.
Fletch is the guy's name who got his foot stabbed with the glass. And Fletch is just me on a boat. He's just like, oh, my foot. And he just stays sitting there and just lets people, you get hurt literally sitting down on your foot, which doesn't even make any sense, does it? And then someone has to come over and take care of your foot, and you still just never move. And that's me. Fletch is probably still sitting there on that couch, just waiting for his foot to heal.
Yeah, what Fletch was like you, because Fletch wound up apologizing to everyone, and it's like, Fletch, you're the one who got injured by broken glass and the cruise ineptitude, but I almost said you. But Fletch was like, I'm so sorry. And they're like, stop, you don't have to keep apologizing. I'm sorry. I should not have put my foot in an area that wouldn't seem to have broken glass, but very well could have had broken glass. It's my fault. I'm sorry, everyone.
I think it's because his name is Fletch and people always expect him to be a hero, and he's just kind of a bumbling guy who just sits near broken glass and gets cut. Because, Fletch was a very important detective in the 80s, played by Chevy Chase. He had very big, huge blockbuster movies. Mm-hmm. And so people expect a lot if your name is Fletch. You can't just show
Fletch
up cutting your foot on something that's like barely anything to do with that. Glass on the floor, like somewhere you're not even standing up, Fletch.
Fletch is also the nickname that Jessica Fletcher has from some of her best friends, I hear.
Another brilliant mystery
Detective.
solver, you know?
I honestly think that if your name is Fletch, chances are you probably are the one who is always accidentally stepping on broken glass and like knocking something over. So he was like, come on, Fletch, just get through this charter without causing mayhem. You can do this. Don't be a bull in a china shop. I just stepped on broken glass without doing anything. Damn it. I just totally fletched this fletching situation.
Have you ever noticed the theme for this show? It's really like dance music-y with the didgeridoo. I'm sure we've talked about it, but
I have noticed that. Yes.
I feel like we haven't talked about it, but it's not the usual
Yeah.
like the lady standing at the elevator. Which one is that?
Well, that one right there is Sailing Yacht that you're doing. This one, they actually commissioned it from Australia's very own Kylie Minogue.
It is very like, and then the didgeridoo. The didgeridoo is very like, it's not like, it's
just subtle.
Didgeridoos aren't made to do that. I feel so bad for the didgeridoo guy that was forced to do that.
It's a very subtle didgeridoo. You know what I would love for this show, and I think they should consider it moving forward? Remember how with Downton Abbey, when you turn it on, I know you hate this person, I hate to bring her up, but the episode would always be preceded by Laura Linney saying, like, welcome to Masterpiece Theatre. I think that Below Deck Down Under should be preceded by a famous Australian actor or actress every single time. Like Nicole Kidman. In fact, it could be exclusively Nicole Kidman just saying, hello and welcome back to another series of Below Deck Down Under. On this episode, you're going to see some rain and a parade, and you'll also see some of Australia's wonderful natural beauty. Enjoy.
I feel like it can't be Nicole Kidman because she's already declassed herself by appearing in that thing in the movies.
AMC.
Have you seen that thing when you go to the movies and she's like, here we are in the films. I'm like, yeah, we know. You fucking
Yeah,
idiot.
when I saw Barbie this weekend, after Nicole Kidman did her thing, people applauded. People were like, yes,
Nicole.
it's her greatest role in 20 years, let's be honest. The power of the movies.
Here we are. Watching films. Yeah, no shit, Nicole. I just want Nicole to be everywhere that's obvious, like standing there telling, here you are at a Whole Foods trying to return shoes that you don't ever have to touch with your hands.
The broccoli, the red leaf lettuce, the ability to make returns. Whole Foods.
So violent drama because Fletch is apologizing. He's like, sorry. And Aisha's like, come on, deck crew. If the deck team obviously didn't do their rounds right now, we need to pull out all the stops today because that's definitely not a luxury experience.
Now, by the way, Ronnie, I don't think that Adam ever got reprimanded for not washing down the deck, right? There was not a single reprimand. And this guy who's so obsessed with safety, with literally every single thing, just leaves broken glass under a table.
Yeah, because he's too good to clean. I mean, how many times has he said it? You know, it's like, I'm trained better than this. I'm a cargo ship person. I don't clean.
Yeah. So Margot's vacuuming around the table to get any glass that's there. And Aisha's getting ready. There's going to be a beach lunch. There's allegedly a beach lunch that's going to be happening. Aisha's going to go for that. And so then Jason calls up Luke to the wheelhouse. And he's like,
Excuse me.
Jason?
His name is Captain. To you, sir. Okay, go ahead.
Captain Jason.
Carry on.
Captain Jason.
Hierarchy is
the grace,
important,
the
Bean.
majesty. He's like, Luke, Luke, meet me in the wheelhouse of this 1977 fishing trawler that's been converted into a super yacht.
Hello, I'm Nicole Kidman, Captain Nicole. I'd just like to welcome you up to the wheelhouse, and I'd like to let you know this is an expedition ship from nights. Like, we know Nicole Kidman. Stop telling us obvious things and places.
We get it, okay? We get it. I would love. Why is Nicole Kidman not on this show? By the way, in some form,
I feel like she could be. Nicole Kidman at some point, I think, just went, you know what? I need to pay my mortgage. Fuck this. Setting standards to the side.
She's literally in a new show, I think, on Paramount Plus. There's some, Taylor Hackford has like taken over the Paramount network with like Yellowstone and 1883 and 4 and 6 and 9 and Governor of Tulsa, whatever it's called. And so there's a new one out called Mayor of Tulsa, whatever it's called. Mayor of Kingstown, Lawyer of Tulsa. But then there's a new one out with like Zoe Saldana, and it's like, I've heard the commercials on the radio, and it's like this is gonna be our biggest target since Osama bin Laden, because she's like military. She's gonna take down a terrorist, but like Nicole Kidman's her boss, I think. And I'm like, Nicole Kidman's doing one of these shows now. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, so is Helen Mirren, so I really shouldn't be surprised. But it's just, Nicole Kidman's going for that paycheck.
Oh yeah. Hey, got to pay the mort gauge.
Yeah.
There's a beeping.
Yeah.
Do you hear that? Is that
What?
in my house?
What do you hear? Is it Nicole
We've
Kidman
lost
at your
so
door?
much audience today. I apologize to the audience. I'm on one. I don't know if there's a
It's
beeping.
okay.
Okay.
It's Nicole
Carry on.
Kidman being like, hello. Do you mind if I come into your home and tell everyone about the beauty and the majesty of Veronica Harem?
Or 1977 expedition boat, which we're currently on. Okay, so the Captain Jason, because I have respect, is like, so, Luke, what's happening with that Tinder? And Luke's like, well, I was kind of, I already read your mind, which is why I'm here. So with towing, I kind of forgot there's all those little things like the soft shackles. So that's all my fault. My fault, brother. First of all, not your brother. Second of all, if something's wrong with you literally every day and you're a sexual harasser, you need to be fired already. Don't you think?
Yeah, I'm not loving this. Although in this case, it actually wasn't necessarily his fault. He was covering for Adam, because Adam is just like one of those people who talks like they know what they're doing and they actually have no idea what they're doing. Yeah, Luke though still seems to be. He's still in the disaster area. Yeah, I mean, I'm down. Fire him. I don't. I'm not gonna even put any thought in this. Fire him. Get rid of him. Make a call.
Fire him. Yeah, it shouldn't be that hard. So then we see a clip of the captain saying, "Get the Tinder ready," and him going, "Okay," and then we cut back, and the captain's like, "Did you see that clip? It's your fault and it's your responsibility." And Luke's like, "Oh yeah, I know. Hey, you've got an eyelash on your eye." He's like, "If you kiss me, I'm going to rip your tongue out of my mouth with my teeth." All right, brother, get out of here.
God, I have to say, by the way, love shackle drama. That was some. I love a good shackle flashback, and they really gave us one right there.
Some shackle drama and this Tinder. Like they just can't hold the Tinder. They don't. I don't know. They're like, just drag it. No, put it away. Stop just dragging your toys behind you. Put the Tinder away.
Like the fishing, this old boat seems to have like the only thing that it seems to have room for is like basically extra tenders and like water toys. So if you have a tender garage on your boat, put it in there. Why keep towing it around?
That's what it's. Although we do see what happens when they do try to put that poor tender away, because there's a crane apparently to take it all the way to the top that almost murders people every time. So maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just trying to save lives. Who knows?
There's definitely like a Grim Reaper in training. It's like Final Destination-ish. It's like a lot of things seem to be like almost about to kill people, but like Daddy Grim Reaper is like, okay, son, you gotta really like stick this landing now. I gave you a hook. You gotta drop it on someone's head. Okay, try it again now with Harry.
God, I want to be a Grim Reaper. I want to be that when I die. If I have a choice, I want to be a Grim Reaper. I just want to show up and be like, "Time's up, stupid. Time to go. Crane to the head."
No, do you know how annoying that would be? Because so many people would, when you're like taking them to the underworld, you have to have like so much awkward conversation with them.
No.
Like, so how's it going? It's like, well, no, I mean, I was supposed to go get some kale. I was going to go to Whole Foods and return this microphone I bought, but I got in this car accident. So sure, can you just send me back? I just really need to make sure that return, because what's going to happen is Peter's not going to know why the microphone hasn't been returned.
No, I think it's amazing small talk, though, because it's not just normal small. You could be like, "So you remember all those times that people said, 'Look both ways before you cross the street'?" Not just a cliche, stupid. You literally got hit by a car. Do you feel stupid by getting hit because you got hit? Do you feel dumb?
But then,
let's talk about it. Just walk down the street with your phone. Your phone
You know
right
what?
out. Walked right out into the street. I mean,
I'll tell you one thing. You know which Grim Reaper is gonna have a great assignment? The one who someday comes for Nicole Kidman, and he's like, and she like arrives. She arrives in the afterlife and says, "We come to this place for magic. We come to the afterlife to laugh, to cry, to care.
Here we
because
are.
We need all that
in purgatory." They're like, "We fucking know, Nicole. Okay, you don't need to label it. We work here."
Commercials. Here comes one right now.
Ronnie and Ben here. This segment of Watch What Crappens is brought to you by Audible's new music competition podcast, Breakthrough.
It's like changing the game for audio-only series by being the first of its kind and by stripping away the superficial. The series is like really reaffirming what matters most, which is pure talent.
So, what do you get when you throw a real housewife, a freelance songwriter, and an auto-tune producer in a recording studio?
Well, thanks to Extreme Autotune, you get a bop that Bravo fans will be pumping up on their playlist for years to come. To name a few, Sheena Shea from Vanderpump Rules has Good as Gold, Kim Zolciak-Biermann from Real Housewives of Atlanta has Tardy for the Party, and Melissa Gorga from Jersey has On Display. Whoa, 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 the ring doesn't mean a thing. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Okay, well, maybe we should leave the real singing to the professionals, like the talent in Audible's new podcast series, Breakthrough. Ryan and I have been binging this singing competition contest, and the singing and songwriting on it has been next level stellar.
1,000%. And the finale brought us to tears. So many emotions. We're just completely blown away by all these 5 artists and their raw talent.
Yeah, and it's like really cool. They all have different personal and musical backgrounds. Like there's country, there's Caribbean, there's Cuban, and their backgrounds just like they really shine through during these songwriting challenges.
It's been incredible to witness them dig deep and push themselves to the next level because the coaches really aren't just there to say like, you're good or, you know, that was pitchy. They're really trying to develop them and their voice into their own artistic creation. It's pretty cool.
Oh my God. Check it out yourself. You can listen and catch up on the latest episodes on Audible or wherever you get your podcast.
Go to audible.com/crappens. That's audible.com/crappens.
If you're hiring, you know it's incredibly hard to attract top talent. And with the current labor market conditions, it's even harder than ever. That's why you want a partner who gets it. ZipRecruiter.
You know who knows how tough it is right now? ZipRecruiter does. But guess what? They figured out solutions for the problems that you're facing.
See for yourself. Right now, you can try them for free at ZipRecruiter.com/crappens.
ZipRecruiter is ready to tackle your recruiting challenges.
Yeah, to reach more of the right people, ZipRecruiter posts your job to over 100 job sites.
And listen, the pricing at ZipRecruiter is straightforward. There are no surprise costs.
Yeah, want first dibs on talent? ZipRecruiter lets you invite the most qualified people to apply for your job.
Team up with a hiring partner who understands what you need. ZipRecruiter.
4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day.
Just go to this exclusive web address to try ZipRecruiter for free. ZipRecruiter.com/crappens.
Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/crappens.
ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. So Aisha is telling the guests about the beach picnic. The slide is ready. Aisha's now in the galley talking to Margot. They're ironing tablecloths. And they're talking about the menu. Okay, because it's going to be this beach picnic. So Serena's like, steak and lobsters on the grill, pasta salad, goat cheese, bruschetta, strawberries. And Aisha, of course... You are in the galley. Nicole Kidman's on the screen now.
We come to the galley for magic, for food, for entertaining.
For bruschetta with strawberries on it, which you've probably never heard of before today. Thanks, Nicole. So Serena's super excited. This is too much for a beach picnic. Okay?
Too much.
It's just too much. Nobody wants a grilled tomahawk at a picnic. This is just not picnic food. Google
This
picnic.
is not.
Okay.
No, this is not picnic food. Okay. It's they all want the tomahawk on their preference sheet. So serve the tomahawk for dinner. Why was tomahawk not served last night? What did they I don't remember. You remember what they had last night, but I remember that it looked kind of like silly. It was like, we remember it was like they had like the duck and the buns and everything. I just think like if you're doing beach picnic, you want to do, okay, bruschettas, that's okay, maybe burrata, but you want to do like light, lovely stuff. Also, like, you don't want to bring tomahawk to a place that's all sandy, you know? Those are good ingredients. You don't want to risk everything getting sand on it, especially when it's raining.
Yeah, I don't trust her beach picnic planning. Didn't like it.
No.
So then Aisha and Laura are talking, and it's time for a little Latvian undermining.
I still think we could do better with our naming of that. I feel like we could come up with something like Riga. I'm gonna work on it.
I mean,
Nicole Kidman
seriously,
stuff.
like, come up with it. I don't care.
Yeah,
Ask
I'll
Nicole
you know what?
Kidman. But you know what Nicole
come to
Kidman would say?
Latvia for
Here
the
we
magic.
are. Nicole Kidman would be like, here we are at Latvian undermining. She labels things as they are, you see. Listen to Nicole. Doesn't need to always be some clever, catchy thing. Latvian undermining. That's what it is. Just watch it.
Sure.
It's fun. You know what it is.
Okay.
My 600 pounds life. You know what it is. You're not turning it on expecting a mystery. You know what I mean?
That's
It's about
true.
being 600 damn pounds. That's what it is. We love it.
True.
I guess.
True. So, so here it is, the big undermining of today's well, the first of many, as usual. Okay.
But this one was good. This is the best because it's just such pure manipulation, and Aisha totally falls for it.
Yeah. She's like, can I? Aisha's like, so when I go to the picnic, you can take your break up here on the boat. And she's like, but can I have my break with you at the picnic? Can I go on beach and not be with you? And Aisha's like, but we really don't need two girls to do that. She's like, but I would love to go.
I really want to go to beach. Beach needs someone who understands eyes. Oh, she's doing a little baby voice. And she tells us in her baby voice, she's like, I really want to go to beach picnic because I know I can do a good job. I wouldn't trust Aisha as much as I trust myself with the beach setup. So if we need a good beach setup, I do it. Me.
She's really excited about this beach thing. I think she's just I think she wants to be friends with the rich kids. I think she just wants to be. I think she wants to talented Lady Ripley herself into this.
I think she just wants to get the fuck off the boat. She's like, I've washed my hair 4 times today. When do I get off the boat? Like, I'm in prison. Okay, I've changed my outfit 7 times since I woke up this morning. Please let me off the boat.
So now people are going down the slide. I feel like one of the girls farted on her way down the slide. I could be wrong, or at least they gave her like a very subtle fart sound effect, which
They
I
love
felt
that.
like was.
They
do
love
that
that because this is the straight guy show on Bravo, so they put little fart noises in things.
Yeah, and now Jason is like, he's getting upset because there's thunder and there's visible rain on the horizon. You know, you like literally can see the rain clouds coming in, and it's an hour and 40 minutes until the beach picnic. So Jason is like, he knows there's no chance there'll be a picnic. So he goes and he tells the guests, he's like, well, everyone, so there looks like there's some bad weather, but we can do either the picnic on the beach or here on the boat. And the girl's like, what did Jack say? And he's basically like, well, he's right behind you. Why don't you ask him? And so there's Jack, the Australian Timothy Chalamet of the boat.
He's like, I'm ready for the beach. And so the captain's like, all right, we're going to go to the beach. So if there's rain, we're just going to deal with it because that's what captains do. It's my job to make them happy, so we're going to have fun. Rain or shine. And then he radios, we're coming to the beach no matter what. So we see these huge tomahawks down in the galley, and Serena's like, I had a whole day of going, but I won't have time to do these now. What am I supposed to do? And Aisha's like, why don't I call the captain now? We can talk about it. And so he comes down, and he's like, if we have time, we can set up. And she's like, but I can't do this. I have tomahawk steaks. I need 40 minutes to cook and 10 minutes to rest. He's like, I can do it. I'm Captain Jason. I'll do it in the front. She's like, I always need saving from you. He's like, I love saving you. And then he runs with the tomahawk steaks and throws them on a Captain Foreman grill extra large in the front of the boat and saves the day.
Yeah, so I love I love that these like big, beautiful pieces of steak are just being put into basically a Foreman grill.
Yeah, it was that, right? And she's like, these tomahawk steaks, I don't have time. I need to cook for 40 minutes, rest for 10. But for the preference sheets say tomahawk, tomahawk, tomahawk. He's like, so 3 then? No, 4. But complaints work best in 3. So tomahawk, tomahawk, tomahawk. We've got to cook it. So you want me to cook 3 tomahawks then? No, 4. I'm complaining in 3s. You need to cook them in 4s.
Comedies in 3s and 5s, complainings in 2s and 4s. So, by the way, why is it taking 40 minutes to cook the tomahawks? Why
because you're eating half of the cow at the same time. By the way,
40 minutes seems way too. I've never cooked a tomahawk, so I don't know. I mean, I feel like she probably wanted to do something.
It's as big as my head, man. It's my head with a stick in it. Is what it looks like, a tomahawk.
I still think you probably do 12 minutes per side, given the extra size, and you're set. You're fine. It'll be no big.
12 minutes per side, Ben. It's like a small dog. The tomahawk is like, I've seen you eat a tomahawk.
13
That's
minutes.
how I know how big they
13 minutes. 13 minutes. I'll give it an extra minute.
Okay.
Look,
So-
like a big piece of steak. A big piece of steak would be 8 minutes per side. Okay.
Okay.
So I think 12 minutes per side is significant, and I final judgment from me is 12 minutes.
Okay.
And you know what? Don't take my word for it. Take Nicole Kidman's word for it. We come to the tomahawk steak for magic, for flavor, for umami.
So Aisha's now talking to Margot, and she sees her in laundry, and she's like, "Oh, thank you so much for the laundry, sweet child of mine." And she's like, "You're welcome, mother."
She's like, how do I banter this? So then, yeah, then we see Jason.
The banter on this boat goes real fast. I'm going to tell you that right now.
I don't know how to yes and the sweet child of mine thing. I thought I can either go Guns N' Roses or I could just go Mother, which is kind of my go-to for any banter, I guess. So we see Jason doing the tomahawks on this little electric grill. I was like, no. And then Laura's like, I love decorating beach lunch. I love it so much. And Aisha's like, oh, well, if you really want to come, you can come with me, Laura. She goes, really? Oh, I get to go to beach.
The only thing is I wanted you to have a break, because then there's the setup for the Mykonos dinner tonight, and I wanted you to be okay with that. And she's like, I do not need break. I'm energized after you give me beach permission. I have so much energy. I dance. I go to beach, I dance. Watch out, the beach can coming.
Now, could you please call Provisioner and get me anything goes costume? Thank you. So Aisha's like, okay, cool. Just don't take too long to get changed. So
And it just
now
cuts to Serena telling a lobster tale. Oh, fuck off. So like,
the lobster's like, I'm the one who's dead. Okay, Ronnie already took me to the underworld.
you literally just cut off my ass, and you're telling me to fuck off. That's great. That's great.
That's called punching down.
Yeah, narcissism. You're the victim. Sure, go ahead. I'll cry.
So
I'll cry to the dead small dog on a stick next to me. You guys call it tomahawk.
So they're setting up on the beach. And by the way, also, I really don't understand why there wasn't enough time to pivot away from some of the stuff. Like, I'm not even going to bother with this. So they're setting this beach. The storm is coming in, and it's like miserable. I don't understand why Captain Jason didn't just manage the situation and say to the guests, looks like there's going to be a storm. It's going to be dangerous. The surf is really dangerous. Even if it doesn't rain, it'll be very dangerous for you to bring the tender in and out of it. Like, just to come up with a lie because you just know that this is such a bad idea.
He needs to Captain Sandy that shit. Where Captain Sandy's like, guys, the weather's bad. I'm going to watch Netflix for the next 12 hours. Don't leave the boat, or I swear to God, someone's going to get it. Okay?
Yeah.
Because this is crazy. Like, she does that all the time. Or when she's like, guys, it's real tight parking today, so we're just going to park in the middle of the ocean, and then we'll have a tender take the guests back, because I don't want to park today, okay? So everybody have fun. I get that she maybe does that too much, but Captain Jason's like, all right, everything for the guests. No, some people need to be told no, and Jack is one of them, because they literally have to go put the tent into the sand, which, guys, we all know that sand doesn't hold shit, okay? And you put... you put good luck, Dubai, by the way. I don't know why that popped into my head. Whole city built on sand. Well, how's that going to work out? So anyway, they put their poles into the sand, and then the tent's flying everywhere and trying to come out of the ground, and they have to literally stand there and hold it. It's very dangerous. Very dangerous stuff.
It's just stupid. It's a stupid idea, and it's gonna be rushed. And no, like the guy Jack, he actually seems like a relatively nice person, but he does have that like rich kid lack of awareness of just everything around him, where he's like, I have a whim that I want to go to a beach, so let's like make everyone do everything to make sure I get my whim serviced, and then we'll be there for a little bit. We're gonna have expensive ingredients thrown at us on wet plates because of the rain, and then we're going to go back. It just is one of those things where it's like, okay, you're someone who doesn't understand the world and the way the world works. And I say that as someone who also doesn't understand the way the world works, but I can see how below deck works.
Well, he literally thinks that it's going to stop for him. He's like, we're just going to go. And they go, and they're like, oh my God, it's raining. And then they go eat, and then he's like, oh my God, the plates are wet. Yeah, dumbass, because they told you, you literally saw a wall of storm coming at you, okay?
By the way, I also want to say, if we ever wind up going on below deck, Ronnie,
we're not.
Do you know what the last thing I want to do is? A beach picnic. And it's not to be nice to the crew. I have zero interest in picnicking on a beach. Now, if you say, let's go to the beach and we'll set up a little cocktail situation, that's fine. But like, if it's if it's gloomy and rainy, what is the purpose of sitting on a beach? The beach is for lovely sun and, and frolicking in the sun and going in the waves. But if it's rainy and gloomy and you're just sitting there in a tent getting spritzed on from the rain, and what is the upside there? This person is an idiot.
Yeah, I feel like the beach is where you secretly eat, and like you watch thin people and you're like, I'm trying to enjoy myself, hate being in a bathing suit, really hate being outside, hate sand, but here I am. I guess I'll slowly eat these M&Ms that are melting in my pocket. And that feels good because it's like, look at me. Like I'm secretly eating M&Ms in front of all these thin people in Speedos. It's like, fuck you guys. It's like a secret rebellion. But openly eating? No, I wouldn't do that.
I also just don't like, the table's not like, it's not flat. It's sort of like at an angle, and then you're at an angle, but at a different angle, and your chair's sinking into the sand. Like nothing about that seems appealing.
No,
so,
I agree.
Everyone who's involved with the beach picnic, anyone who has a beach picnic agenda,
stop it.
They're all terrible.
They're all terrible people. I would rather picnic with self-hatred. That's how I'd like to picnic. I like to picnic like really insecurely and self-hatingly. That's how I enjoy them. So
eat on the boat. You paid money to eat on a boat. Eat on the boat.
So now girls are late. Yeah. So Jack's like, fuck those girls. We're going to the beach. So they leave the girls, and then the tender has to bring the girls. And so the girl's like, oh my God, it's raining. They're like, yeah. You guys wanted to go on the boat even though it's raining. And then one girl's just holding like a towel on her head, which by the way doesn't it's not going to protect you from water.
Not waterproof.
So she's holding it over her head and she goes, this isn't it.
Really? Well, maybe you should just stay on the boat. I would have stayed on the boat. I'm like, have fun on your picnic. I'm going to have Hot Pockets on the boat. I don't care. I'll eat in the crew mess. They're all just stupid. So I like how my opinion has gone from, Jack seems like a nice guy. He's just sheltered and privileged. And I'll be like, they're all stupid assholes. So now, and Aisha can't even contain her laughter at how ridiculous this is, because she's like, would you like some bruschetta with balsamic on your wet plate? You won't ever forget this lunch, will you? So then they serve the tomahawk, which just looks fucking ridiculous, right? This wet tomahawk. So then we cut to Luke going to the laundry where Margot is, and he's like, how are you bloody sexy thing? And then he leaves. She's like, good, how are you? Just think, okay, he's gone. He's gone. And then so Harry flails right in. He's like, hey, what's happening? What's going on? Oh, I'm just ironing, just thinking about how weird it was that I called my superior mother. Things like that. He goes, okay, bye.
It's like, okay, bye. I mean, wow, the chemistry there is... It's a lot. So we go back to the beach, and Jack is like, can we go back? I'm tired. I need to lie down. It's like, you're the one. You need to lie down. Look at the people who are literally holding the tent for you. Yeah, what are you tired from? Jack.
Yeah, there are people who are literally, like you said, there's wind blowing, and Adam is holding that tent down. And so is Sarina. Sarina, the chef, is holding down the tent for you right now, and he's the one who's tired.
So then Margot is getting ready for the guests to come back, so she's filling champagne glasses, and she's like, don't rush it, Marge. Don't rush it. And the captain's like, look ahead, not down. She goes, oh, my God, that's good advice. Good advice. Oh, God, where am I going?
Is that good advice? Is that good advice? I mean, maybe if Captain Jason looked down, he wouldn't have crashed the boat into a marina.
Yeah, don't listen to the guy who's crashed into a restaurant. You know what I mean?
Look away from where you're going, and that's how you'll get there.
But that also is kind of standard carrying advice. Like if you have a tray of drinks, don't like stare at the drinks, you know, because you do that and then you're like, oh my God, that one's falling. Oh my God, now that one's falling. Oh God, Marge, oh God. You know, I've heard the old Marge monologue in my head many times.
I was about to say, how did you do it? What was your technique?
Well, have you seen my hands, first of all? They're huge. Like everybody, take a good look at these suckers. They are bigger than a ham. Okay, I've got ham hands. So I am a tray. I just would hold it flat, and I could, if I feel it, you know, my fingers are pretty good at moving. I've dropped a couple of food trays on people. You know, the ones you hold over your head.
Oh, I don't know how people do that. Like I
Me neither, apparently.
Not built to be that.
Don't have a great track record with it. A lot of people covered in food in my day.
I never understood why waiters just don't hold the tray with both hands. Like, here you go.
Because everything wobbles and it just looks terrible holding a big, huge tray. You have to hold the big ones with like 8 dishes or whatever. You hold those over your head to get them through the restaurant. Unfortunately, I don't have upper body strength. I never have. I've never really been a fan of using arms. So, sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. It's amazing. So, Marge, she makes it. Margot, I should say. So then Adam is like carrying a bunch of chairs and a cooler on his head to show off that he could multitask with things.
And he goes, no different than Brooklyn.
No, he goes, built different in Brooklyn. Because Aisha's like, Jesus, look at you. He's like, yeah, built different in Brooklyn. Literally not built the same. Humans are humans. Okay, we're all humans.
It's like, I lived in Brooklyn and do not remember people walking around with ice chests on their heads. Maybe it was like a different era.
It's like, congratulations, sir. You figured out how to put things on your arms. So, I was a PA. I was a PA here in Los Angeles. I did the whole draping things on my arms, too. Okay, congratulations. So, now everyone's, like, back on the boat, and they're folding up the slide and everything out. And then Adam, of course, is doing that thing where he doesn't know what's going on, so he compensates by barking out orders that he's not entitled to bark out. So, like, as they're pulling up the slide, Adam's like, okay, what's going on? What's going on? Slew out, slew out, slew out. And Luke's like, slew clockwise. And I'm like, I don't know what that means. I don't know what this slew is all about, but I know it's got to go clockwise. And it's weird that I don't want to defend Luke, but I just know it's not what Adam's saying.
I don't really know either. I was like, slew sounds like a slur. So first of all, who are you calling a slew? Well, you better watch your fucking goddamn mouth, sir. And then, he's just yelling about the hook. Like, he is obsessed about the hook. I will say he's correct about the hook. I mean, what the hell? They're just like swinging this giant hook from the 3rd story or whatever you call it. And it's just swinging around, almost hitting people in the head constantly. And no one cares. Adam's like, this hook is going to hit. I get that he's being like, God damn it, this fucking hook. Everyone around me is stupid. Yell at the dude upstairs. What's his name? What are their names? The guys
Culver.
we never see.
Oh, Vlad, and Vlad.
Yeah,
actually, Dima, Vlad, and David.
Yeah, tell the Vlads about it, okay? Because they're the ones just trying to murder all of you so they can get a place on the show. They're like, I would like to fuck one person from show. They're like, no, you're not a cast member, Vlad. You can't do it. But I want to. No, Vlad. But I'm going to show you how to manipulate. They're like, we already have one. We already have a manipulator. Okay. No, Vlad. He's like, I will kill with giant hook.
That hook really is swinging around.
Commercials. Here comes one right now.
You know what I love about saving money is that when I save money, I can then spend that money on things I really want to spend money on, like nice food or board games.
Rakuten helps us to be a smarter shopper and save money on just about everything.
Rakuten is the smartest way to save money when you shop.
We have things we need to buy, whether it's home essentials or a self-care treat just for you.
Yeah, with Rakuten, we can get cash back on clothes, groceries, travel, and much more. In fact, there are over 4,200 stores across every single category on Rakuten.
Even better, you can stack cash back on top of other deals like store sales and credit card points.
In case you're wondering, the stores in Rakuten are ones that you know and love, and lots of cool ones waiting to be discovered. I mean, some of my personal favorites are Expedia, CVS.com, JCPenney, Instacart. I mean, it just goes on and on. Join the 17 million members who are already saving. It's free and easy to join Rakuten and start getting cash back. Start shopping at Rakuten.com now, or download the Rakuten app to start saving today. Your cash back really adds up. That's RAKUTEN.com.
So Adam's like, whoa, there's a hook right above your head, Harry. There's a hook. Oh my God, whoa. And Harry's like, it's all good, it's fine, I see it. And Adam's like, yeah, man, this shit doesn't happen. It's not supposed to happen. This is outrageous. Because I kind of get the feeling like everyone kind of sees the hook except for Adam. And so Adam's the one who's surprised. So then he assumes everyone else is surprised. But everyone's like, we have hook awareness.
It should be like waiting tables, though. You should go, hook!
Corner!
Yeah,
Corner hook!
It's the corner of hooks, of boats. It's the corner of boats. You should always yell, hook!
Listen, when you're on a yacht, hooking ain't anything surprising. So, okay. So Luke is basically having Harry and Adam fold up the slide, and Adam's just and now Adam's like micromanaging the way it's being like rolled up and furled up, and he's just like Adam drives me absolutely nuts.
Yeah, he does. Stupid people are really bossy. I've learned that. Like,
They
people
are.
who don't understand things are very bossy about everything to make you believe that they understand things, but it just makes it more obvious that they don't understand things, you know?
Yeah.
So
I'm
Aisha,
taking a big swig of caffeine because all the caffeine just left me right now, and I was like, I hear words coming out of my mouth about a slide, but I have no idea what I'm saying anymore.
you know
Time to
why? Because we're
refuel.
talking about nothing for literally 41 minutes except Amazon delivery people. Like, I started the day like that. I kept Ben on the phone for 30 minutes before we even started this, talking about charges. I was like, does this charge make sense to you? Does that charge make sense to you? When would I have ever spent this money on this thing? Okay, so Aisha and Laura are decorating, and Aisha's like, how's it going, honeymoon? And Laura's like, hot, sweaty, hot. I take shower and wash my hair, yes? And Aisha's like, really? She goes, how much time do I have? She's like, well, it's 4:20 now, but... It's 6. We have to get right to dinner. So that's an hour and 40 minutes.
Hour and 40 minutes.
That's a lot
Hour and
for
40
someone
minutes.
who said they don't want a break. That's a lot.
For someone who's ultimately going to be putting their hair into basically like a little bun or a ponytail behind, okay, right? Or what? I don't know. Right?
Yeah.
So then Laura's like, yes, my hair is dirty. So then now there's like more cleaning. Lots of cleaning's happening on the boat. And now it's closing in on 6. And Laura's in this sort of like black and white stripy thing. I guess it's what she wears. It's like her post-shower thing that she wears. And she's like, how do you work? What hair dryer? I just plug this in? How do you do this? And Aisha's like, I don't really know. Could you change it to your blacks? We've only got like 5 or 6 minutes left. Laura's like, yes, but hair, very important. Very important. Be ready in 5 minutes. But then, of course, she goes in and just starts, doing her hair for like 20 minutes.
Yeah. And Aisha's like, Laura getting ready is a fucking nightmare. We're not going to a fucking ball, girl. And Laura tells us, oh, I know I say I don't need break, but my hair's very messy. I like to look good and to feel good for myself. I tend to get what I want. And with Aisha, it's easy.
Don't love this. Don't love it. Girl.
I did. I thought it was so funny. I'm like totally team Laura right now. I think she is hilarious. I love that she's being such an underminer and such an asshole, but getting away with it. Like, because she's being nice too. She's doing it just enough to get away with. I'm impressed, I have to say.
Well, it's just funny because Aisha started the season saying, I'm back, and this season, no one's going to walk all over me. And now it's like Laura being like, do you mind if I have 3 hours to cut my nails? It's like, okay, I suppose.
I know. And she's like, welcome. She's lying down with welcome written all over her to walk right the fuck over her.
Just brush your feet on me.
So Aisha is radioing for help with the Mykonos decor for the party as Laura's still doing her hair. And Marco's
Yes.
like, wow, Laura really takes a long time, huh? Wow. So Adam comes into the mess and he's all upset. And it's Harry and Luke in there too. So he's like, Luke, bro, no one's calling out crane movements. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're holding the slide, the hook just starts coming down, no warning. I mean, come on. Culver's like, yeah. And he's like, yeah. And also the hook, when we're doing the slide, like, Harry, how's it possible for a crane to be that close to someone's head? People could have got fired for that shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've just never seen safety be so disregarded like that. I'm like, you don't know how to swim, sir.
You
Nothing
don't know how to
you
swim.
say holds water, because you came onto a boat not knowing how to swim. So please don't lecture people about safety.
Especially your superior, who, even though your superior is shitty, it's still like, this is for someone who's all about rules and regulations. You're certainly being rude with the hierarchy. And then he just storms away just like that. He just comes in, berates his boss, and then goes away.
Yeah.
So Luke is like, I like Aiden, but he's not the safety officer on this boat because we don't have safety on this boat. That's his problem. He's a decky, and he's the one causing all this drama and distractions for no reason.
So then we go back, and Laura's still doing her hair, and Aisha is getting so annoyed. And so Laura finally decides she's finished. So she's like, radio, Aisha Laura, toot, 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 toot. I'm going to bring up decoration now. And Aisha's like, we've done that already, Laura, for crying out loud. And she tells us, thanks, Laura. I mean, she didn't want to break, and that's fine. But if she asks me to wash her hair again, that's going to be a whole different story. I might have to do it for her. I'm going to do her hair. I wonder if she wants me to braid it for her. I love Laura.
If she asks me to do her hair one more time, I'm going to say to her, you absolutely cannot do anything but do that. Please do your hair as long as you want. I'll show her. So then Zarina is talking about working. She's excited. She's making Greek food for tonight. And she's like, I love working with Greek food, with all the meats. It's so rich and dense and salty. The palate is alive. And she wants them to feel like they're going to be in Greece. And then Aisha is like sitting with Culver. And she's telling him that she's gonna spray him with like gold body paint and give him like a little gold halo because he's gonna be a Greek god who's gonna be golden, a golden Greek god.
He's like the king of Scorpios or something. And so they
there's
wanted
a club. They say there's a club in Mykonos called Scorpios. That's like a really big club, and so they're gonna try to recreate that on this yacht by putting up like a Greek flag somewhere.
So they want a piñata made of chocolate for this, and they couldn't find one because this poor provisioner, they just call this provisioner for everything. And the provisioner, all she could find at the last minute was a giant hollow egg stuffed with things, which actually I have to hand it to this provisioner. That's pretty good. Where do you find a giant stuffed hollow egg that's stuffed with candy? What?
It must have been near Easter when they filmed this. Like this must have been like around April or March or something, because I don't know how you find that. Also, are chocolate piñatas a thing? That seems like it doesn't even make sense. I mean, you need something that's sturdy and like I feel like you can only bring that into certain like. It's like you can play with a piñata in the morning or in the evening, but you can't do like an afternoon party with a chocolate piñata.
But that's so these people. To be like, get me a piñata I can smash, then it'll melt all over everything, and everyone will remember that time that jerk came on a boat and had a piñata.
And what does a piñata have to do with Mykonos, by the way? What? I don't understand the request of these people.
I don't know. I can't understand these people. I think that it's just one of those things where people are like, I can do whatever I want. I want a chocolate piñata.
So no, this is not great. Yeah, so Luke is like, oh, I've got an idea with the egg. Why don't we all do some sort of chanting like it's an important ritual? So we'll go hoo hoo ha ha hoo hoo ha ha. I'm like, okay, well that really does not have anything to do with Greek culture, and I feel like this is going to wind up making me feel very uncomfortable if we see this through.
Yeah, if I knew what culture to be offended for, I would be offended. Fortunately for you, I don't. So
this sort of umbrella indigenous like tribal thing that they're doing, I was like, it feels sort of like vaguely offensive to like lots of different people all at once. But I was like, okay, well, let's just see how this goes.
So, welcome to Greek night. So the guests arrive, and Margot's checking the dryer, and she's like, why are there crumbs in here? Oh, it's sand, not crumbs. Thank God. I love the little
like
Margot scenes. All I need are Margot scenes walking around the boat talking to herself. She's like, what is that, an ice maker? God, Marge, it sure is. That thing makes ice. Incredible. Wow, what a wonderful world we live in.
I'm obsessed with Margot. She's like my favorite. So now it's time for Culver to be transformed into a Greek god from Maryland. Oh, wow. I hope my mom can see this. And Laura's like, oh, wow, you are very ripped. Ooh. And she sprays him with gold. And she's like, I've been spraying people with gold for 15 years. Back in Spain, I have store where I spray people gold. I have lots of experience with it.
So the guests are eating, and Jack's like, this is really helping my hangover. I have like 48-hour hangovers. And then the girls are clearing, and now it's the cinnamon lamb. And Serena presents it, and she's like, this is cinnamon lamb. My friend's mom taught me how to do it, and I stayed with him one time. I was like, you need to maybe come up with a better story, yes? You need to watch some more Food Network. I need, like, I learned this at the Cordon Bleu.
And maybe like work on the presentation. It was like bowls of brownness, which they all loved. I'm sure it was delicious, but it was really rustic. I mean, like, I know there's like rustic meals, there's like that high-low thing, but this was it was just like bowl of brown. Like, this is kind of her thing, that she serves
she
bowls
likes
of brownness.
bowls of brown. She does.
Yeah.
So then Culver comes and does the egg ceremony. They all do their hoo-hoo ha-ha thing. And then he crushes the egg. Okay, and this Jack, okay, they get this huge wooden pounder thing. It looks like a dough roller. What do you call those? A rolling pin. It looks heavy as fuck. And of course, Aisha like jerks it off before they use it. And then he brings it out. And then he just starts beating the crap out of the chocolate thing, smashing the table, the actual fine dining table. Sir, this is an expedition ship. How dare you? Nicole Kidman's like, this, sir, is an expedition dining room where we don't hit tables with large sticks.
Sir, we come to this place for magic, and you're actually beating the magic out of this place. We're going to have to ask you to stop. I was like, sir... do you understand pinatas? Do you understand what's going on? Okay, the first thwack, okay, I can understand if you're surprised by the weight of the thing or whatever, or that like it broke open so easily. But then he went in for like 4 more thwacks on the table, and it's already opened. Once the pinata's open, you don't have to beat it anymore. And he's just like hitting it like a little child. He is, as it turns out, the kid you invite over who breaks your toys. Who would have thought? But that's what he is.
Yeah. He's also got some rage issues. Like, finally, I get to beat somebody up, you know? And like, maybe he had weight problems as a child or something, so he's like mad at chocolate. He's like, oh yeah, you've tortured me my whole life. Now you're gonna get it at the Scorpio party that my dad's paying for. And he just beats it too hard. And you're like, whoa, this went from a bar fight into a felony. Like, what are you doing to that poor egg, sir?
And then his friend is like, oh my God, I'm going to make a meme out of that and put it on TikTok. I'm like, please let the meme be about awful people on yachts, because that's what this is.
Yeah, I hope all the comments on that were like, what a fucking asshole. Who wastes chocolate like that?
Yeah, seriously.
So, then Adam and Harry are talking about girls. And Harry's like, is anyone going to kiss anyone tonight? And Adam's like, I might kiss you, bro. Huh. You should tell Margot that she's got the most beautiful eyes you ever seen. You feel like you got hit in the head with a crane every time you look at her. Because you will be hit in the head with a crane knowing this fucking boat.
Yeah, you might think you got hot in your eyes, but it's actually just a concussion you got from a hook falling on your head from Vlad, and Vlad. God, the safety on this boat is terrible. So then Harry's like, well, it's very obvious that Luke has a leg up on me in this Margot situation because they've already kissed. I was like, yes, and he's also your boss, so I'd say literally two legs over you. He's like, I'm jealous. Maybe I've missed my chance. Maybe I wasn't quick enough. I was like, or maybe you're just too quirky even for Margot.
I think it's so unfair. It's 2 below decks in a row that the boss is the one like hooking up with everybody so their underlings can't hook up. It's gross.
Yeah.
Like that, you're doing it on purpose now. I feel like I've said that for a long time about this show. I feel like they cast sexual assaulters on purpose, or like really misogynistic people on purpose because they know it causes friction. It's not good. Like, you get one every once in a while, I get it. You know, that's just life, right? I mean, it's humanity. But every season, come on.
Well, the cynic in me says it's not that they go out of their way to cast these people. It's just like, this is the way most men are. That's the cynic in me saying that.
But literally the same exact plot 2 times in a row. It's just, I don't know. There's too many coincidences on this show. And then they go too far and they're like, whoa, guys. Okay, we had a misogynist chef, a misogynist lead deckhand, bosun or whatever, and 2 misogynist deckies. Let's get a female chef this time, and then let's just have 2 misogynists in the cast. And they're like, oh my God, that'll totally fix everything. Twitter's going to be way nicer to us.
Also, by the way, can we get like more than one gay person on a boat at a time? We haven't even had a gay person since Frasier, but like we get them once in a while. But can we have like 2 gay people with the hopes that maybe they might also hook up? Because we're watching a lot of straight romance happening on these things. Can we see some gay romance happening?
But that is life, isn't it? Going to work and being the only gay guy. Like, welcome to our lives, okay? Welcome.
Especially on Bravo, where they are loath to ever have more than one gay person on a show at a time. Except for Southern Hospitality. Southern Hospitality broke the mold.
Well, I feel like last time we asked for gays, they gave us Kyle. So I'm rescinding that request. So Harry feels, okay. So then Adam and Luke, let's see. Luke is talking about safety. Okay, so Luke pulls Adam aside and he's like, bro, I understand the safety thing. I understand. I really do. But maybe don't do that sort of thing in front of the boys, Just say to me, bro, this is fucking annoying. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, yo, yeah, I didn't even think about that. No problem, brother. No problem. I'll tell you that you're being unsafe and putting our lives at risk in private next time. That's cool.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I brought up in front of the boys. I had a feeling of urgency. I grew up watching Kangaroo Jack, and my values are like Kangaroo Jack himself. When you see something wrong, you gotta say something. So next time I know not to do that.
Is that a Kangaroo Jack thing? Terrorism?
No, I just have to imagine. That's probably one of the lessons. Like, Jack, I've learned it. Before I set you free in the wild, I just want to say thank you, because before I knew about you, I didn't speak up, but now I speak up. Godspeed, Jack. And then Jack bounces off into the outback.
So
that's how I imagine the movie always goes.
I just figure it's like a kangaroo named Jack that just can't do anything right and ends up in New York City somehow. And then he has to figure out how to get home.
What's the kangaroo supposed to do right? Like, Kangaroo Jack, this is not how you write a resume.
Like every movie plot. I just wish I knew how to write a resume. Like every movie hero's dream.
Hey, Jane, guess what? Kangaroo Jack crashed the Volvo. He can't do anything right.
I can't even pull right. Oh, Kangaroo Jack.
Kangaroo Jack, this is a latte. I asked for a cold brew. You can't do anything right, can you?
I can't believe they didn't take me into their ballet company. Maybe if I just keep trying. Like, Kangaroo Jack.
I'm sorry, Kangaroo Jack. We asked for a grand jeté, and you gave us arabesque. You can't do anything right, and it's clear.
Wow, what do they call this kid? Kangaroo hack? He's like, I wish I could go back to Australia, but I don't remember the way.
I just wish I could eat the things that kangaroos naturally eat, even though I don't even know what those are. I can't even feed myself right.
Kangaroo Jack. See something,
So
say
silly.
something. So
That's the only thing he's good at, apparently, is reporting terrorism.
Which, by
Jack,
the way, brings us all the way back to guess who? Kangaroo Jack didn't know how to do ballet or ball. It's like, thanks, Nicole Kidman. You're literally seeing things and then saying exactly what you're seeing. Nicole Kidman always should have stood against terrorism. She should have always been the one. See something, say something. For example, right now, we're in the films.
And I'm saying something. I'm literally saying something, and I'm saying something.
She's like literal. Okay, so then Harry and Margaret are sitting.
She's literal. She's like literally literal, just so you know.
How have we not been fired? Okay.
I don't know. I don't know, but you know what I have to say?
What?
I love this version of Kangaroo Jack that we can't. He can't do anything right,
I
but
do
then he
too.
saves the day because he reports terrorism.
Listen, SAG's on strike. I think we should get our asses in there and pitch that.
I know.
Now's the time. We have no competition.
We will scab to get our Kangaroo Jack reboot going.
Kangaroo
Okay?
scabs. Okay, so then Harry and Margot are doing some weird flirting, and he's like, "Good night, Margot." But his mouth is full, and he's like flailing and laughing his goofy laugh at the same time. And she's trying to think he's cute, but she does that like cringe smile thing with him, and it's sad. And he's like, "Can we do 5:45 our coffee date? Don't miss it." And she's like, "Are you kidding me? Does a baked potato miss cheese?" And he's like, "Is that an America reference? Is that a reference from New York City?" She's like, "The answer is no, just so you know for next time." I mean, that took a little of your sex appeal away, but I always have cheese on a baked potato.
Listen, well, anyway, I'll see you tomorrow for our coffee date, Mother. Oh, God. It's like I really uncorked the mother thing now. Can't really stop. It feels awkward.
So they cut to Aisha in bed eating ramen and moaning. She's eating ramen and going,
Literally sounds like the Titanic when everything was breaking.
right as it started to tip over.
Knew we shouldn't have let Kangaroo Jack run the Titanic.
Just that one moment of silence.
You know. So everyone comes running out of the yacht rooms like, are we going down? Is it happening? It's like, no, it's just Aisha eating spaghetti.
So
ramen.
so Adam and Laura are in the mess, and he's like kind of preparing her a little dinner from leftovers and stuff. And he's trying to get to know her. So he's like, "Where do you live?" And she's like, "I don't live anywhere. For years, I lived with my boyfriend, and now I don't have a boyfriend. So I don't have a place to live. I'm not proud of that, but I own no key anywhere. So for me, job on yacht, not so complicated."
Yes. You know, I do spend time in movie theater because I came to this place for magic. We come to the AMC theater to laugh, to cry, because we need all of that. We need all of us.
You're just doing Nicole Kidman right now.
Yeah, yes, I am Nicole Kidman. Surprise!
So where do you
You're
live?
not Nicole Kidman.
I'm Nicole Kidman. Yes, far and away. I'm Nicole Kidman who is far and away right now with no key. No key Nicole. That's what they call me. No key Nicole.
I really do think she's trying to find someone to be like, oh, come stay with me. Like, I'm not like
she's looking
right?
for a
Like,
couch. She's like totally couch surfing. Right
she is
now.
couch surfing and working on a yacht at the same time.
Yeah. Which, hey, that's really great. I love it. So she's like, "Yeah, I live nowhere. And he goes, "You don't have nowhere to go home to?" She goes, "No, I don't live at place. I live to place. I live to dance." It's like, oh, Jesus. There she goes. You're
Turn to
kicking me in the
can.
face. You got to fucking warn me about that. You can't just can out of nowhere, right? That's safety. Goddamn.
She's like,
Sorry, my favorite movie is Moulin Rouge.
oh, really? Did I hear someone say Moulin Rouge? It's funny. I came to Moulin Rouge for the magic, to laugh, to cry, to can dance.
So he doesn't say anything about her story of being keyless. And so she's like, "So, are you seeing anyone?" And he's like, "All you women are incredible, but I ain't gonna get like in a relationship, okay? Because you know why? I get my feelings hurt. And that's why I keep everybody, at a distance. Know what I mean?" And she's like, "But how are you going to learn?" And he's like, "Learn what?" "I'll learn shit."
To swim. I can tell you don't know how to swim by the pain in your voice.
"So are you are just going to dog paddle for life then?" Like, God damn it. Is it that obvious?
By the way, I'm just getting sick of the whole thing of like, no, I'm afraid of getting hurt. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of the bravado of like, yeah, I'll throw myself in this. I'll throw myself in any situation. Although actually, I take it all back. He is actually very concerned about safety, so he is literally afraid of getting hurt. So I take it all back.
He won't learn to swim. So no, he's not afraid of getting hurt. You're literally in the middle of the ocean for your job and you don't know how to swim. Like, I can't say it enough. I just can't believe it,
I firmly believe in life that if you take a job, a maritime job, and then refuse to learn how to swim, you don't earn the right to have emotional boundaries.
No,
You're not allowed to have emotional walls. You're not allowed to. I'm sorry. You can either be vulnerable and not swim, or you can swim and then have emotional walls up. But you can't have both if you work on a yacht. I've decided this is my new theory.
Okay, but you can have emotional walls and then take them down and then put them back up if you work in maritime law, because that's where we are. Mary, hey girl.
Hey,
you hurt my
girl.
feelings. I'm never going to trust again. Wanna fuck? Oh my God, I love you. I'm so in love with you. Call me. Why aren't you calling me?
I hate people. I'm never dating again.
Fuck the guy at Whole Foods. While I was doing my return. I fucked the return guy.
I said, I'll return for this. So, he was returning. Not my virginity. Yes, queen.
Yes, Mary. And that's been another episode of Maritime Law.
Wow, that really went on a journey there.
Not to be confused with Maritime Law. Who keeps Maritime Law? Okay, so
that Whole Foods employee should not have been having sex with the person begin the return. That'll teach them never to hire Kangaroo Jack again.
So Laura's like, Adam and Luke are both very sexy. I have many lovers all over the world. I was with my fiance for 5 years, and it left me heartbroken, but I still have my ring. And I guess she's put it on a different finger. She shows like her opposite finger. And so she asks him if he's happy, and he's like, yeah, I got my family. I was like, oh my God, show me where the hook hit you. You're too young to be this traumatized. Keep trying.
I got my family. Oh, he just feels like a cliche from some movie of like some young adult novel that was adapted into a movie, Nicholas Sparks, and he's like, yeah, I'm closed off. I only care about my family, but I don't know, if Chloe Grace Moretz came along, I think I'd fall in love because she could open me up. Is that her name, right? Chloe Grace Moretz.
I ain't watching that shit. Okay, so then in the morning,
I hate his movie.
Nicholas Sparks. I think I did read something. Is he the Fault in Our Stars guy? I read that one.
Probably.
That was actually kind of cute.
The Fault in Our Hooks.
Can I just say welcome back to the five-head fish, because they show it again, and I just love that dumb fish who won't leave the shallow water. Love him. Okay.
Oh, I thought you meant a fish that had 5 heads. No, you're talking about the Napoleon fish, right?
Yeah, with the giant forehead. And he's just like dumb. Just the dumb fish in the water.
Scallop is like, oh my God. They said they were going to be out of town for the weekend, and guess who crashed the party? 5 head over there.
Hey, who invited 5 head? That's against maritime law. Girl.
Maritime law is a slut. I love her.
So then it's the morning. Harry and Margot are having their coffee date. It's so awkward to me. I mean, I just think the whole thing's really awkward. And
was this recycled footage, by the way?
Yes, I used the same scene as last week. Guys, you're not only showing us 2 episodes in a night, you're repeating shit from last episode and pretending it's new.
I know. Was this? It was like I was like, "Am I crazy?" Like we literally saw the same exact thing where Harry again said when Marco said, "Oh well, this could be our new ritual," and he goes, "It is." I'm like, "Is the ritual? Is part of the ritual declaring that it's gonna be the same? It's gonna be a new ritual?" And then he says it is. Is it like a meta ritual?
It was super weird because they started, I thought, different, or maybe with stuff that was cut out before, but he's saying, I'm so excited for this, I didn't sleep, and then we're going to get to go out tonight too. And she's like, yeah, this time we're not going to get shit-faced. Just kidding. We are going to get shit-faced. And then she's like, I love coffee dates. I didn't know that until Harry. And then they cheers, and then it just cuts to, it would be great if this is our new ritual. He's like, it is. I was like,
I was like, are we in the Matrix?
Is that part of it? Like, is that their thing? Like, it's a ritual to say, wow, this should be our new ritual. And then he says it is.
Also, I kind of felt bad for Harry when she said, I love this. It's innocent. There's no ulterior motive. It's just coffee. It's not like he's trying to lure me in and try to plan a kiss on me later on, It's just like coffee with a very platonic friend.
So 7 a.m., Aisha gets, Aisha goes to the guest. She goes, when would you like breakfast? And one of the girls goes, now, ASAP. Okay.
Fletcher's like, ow, I got a chocolate shard in my foot. Sorry, did anyone clean these floors last night?
I got an peanut from one of those M&Ms stuck in my toe. Really hurt. I'm sorry, but it really hurt.
So then Czarina's making Eggs Benedict for the crew, which is very nice. And Culver's like, oh, hey, have you heard of a Dutch baby? I'll show you pictures. I have a whole album of them. He has an album of Dutch baby photos, which honestly, I kind of respect.
Well, it's his mom's. Culver's got this weird thing with his mom. I forgot this part
loves
about
his mom.
Culver. Yeah, I mean, it's cool to love your mom and everything, but his is like too much. It's weird. Like he has a whole photo album full of her Dutch babies, which is it's just such an odd thing to be in love with that your mom makes. And
Chef Kim, yeah, that's my mom. She's just great. I mean, she's like, what's crazy? She's like a corporate powerhouse. She's like has into government contracting, but she cooks on the side. And then in COVID, she got her degree, her culinary degree, and now she teaches. And guess what? She makes Dutch babies. I take photos of them every day. I'm like, Chef Kim, give me another Dutch baby for my album. I need more Dutch baby content. Bring it forward, Chef Kim, Mom.
I'm like, wow, calm it down over there, Equus. Sorry, Equus is the guy who's in love with the horse. What's the one where you have like
Oedipus.
a mom? Oedipus.
Looks like that Dutch baby's in love with his Dutch mother.
She also rides horses. Okay, let's bring that in so I could still use Equus.
Oh no, Kangaroo Jack, you prepared your lines for Equus and we're doing chess. You can't do anything right.
You're in love with the wrong mother, horse.
Aisha is suddenly the director of this off-Broadway production. Oh, I'm sorry. We just won't be able to use your services, Kangaroo Jack.
You know what they should call him? Kangaroo Lack. All right. That's a good side character. I like that one. We'll keep him on
Kangaroo Lack, you've got the job.
Okay. So now drama music. Springline, slack and bow. How long is this? Hold on, let me fast forward here and see how long. We still got 5 pages of notes left. All right, speed it up. Let's tap
Wait,
dance.
you missed the part where Culver called hollandaise sauce holiday sauce. So anyway, actually there's not too much left because now they are docking, lots of docking drama. Amazingly, they docked without Captain Jason saying it's going to be pretty difficult on basically drawing an antique. I've got one prop on this 1977 Japanese fishing boat that they refurbished into an expedition yacht adventure.
Well, he can only go off about how difficult it is to dock this boat when he's like parallel parking between nothing and nothing. Like this is literally the easiest parking I've ever seen on this show. And I don't know that that's his fault, really. Like, would he want him to pick a more difficult parking space if he doesn't have to? But I kind of do. That's part of it. I need to think the boat is about to crash.
At all times.
Yeah.
So they line up, the crew lines up. Harry's standing between Margot and Laura, and he goes, well, I'm like the thorn between two roses. And Margot goes, yes. Why did that make me? I just got a strange sensation of sadness all over my body. I don't know why.
Wow, I just got pricked with the ick. It's crazy. So, tip meeting. First, Charter 2's done. First and foremost, Culver, good to have you back. CEO of Fun. Everyone's great. A lot of improvement. Sheffy, you did a great job, but you need to get out of your head a little bit. All right? Now, we're all here as a team to help. Anybody need help with tomahawks? You let me know. Just please, if you've got 4 tomahawks, don't say tomahawk, 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 because that's 3 tomahawks. I was complaining in groups of 3. Is the point of it. All right, well, you get the stupid disco hat.
Culver, I'm going to need you to take that photo of a Dutch baby out of my face. I'm trying to conduct the tip meeting. All right, thank you very much.
I was wondering what the fuck you were doing with that thing.
Well, I thought I was about to jump in, and I didn't want to interrupt, so then I just had my visual comedy ready to go.
I thought you were taking a shot of the screen.
No, I was doing a visual presentation of Culver.
Wow, you really kangaroo jacked that one up.
I certainly did. Certainly did. Kangaroo Jack actually wrote the joke, so that explains everything.
You know what they should call you? Kangaroo Whack. All right, then. All right.
We already have Kangaroo Lack, who's gotten rave reviews for off-Broadway version of Cheers.
So Serena gets the stupid person disco hat. And she's like, the chef gave me something shiny, which is amazing. If we could get that on a ring, that would be great.
So now Laura, like at the end of the meeting, Laura does this thing where she sort of like bends over the coffee table up to Ace and goes,
Oh, my chief stew. I need her advice. Oh, I'm coy, Laura. I'm asking to get more time to get ready today. So, at the last second, I'm not like, oh, no, I'm not ready. You know what I'm saying? Could I have pretty please little more time for hair?
And he's just like, I can't just let you leave work early. And she's like, but just 45 minutes. She's like, no, I don't think that it's fair that everyone else has to take on the issue that you take 2 hours to get ready. Even yesterday, we covered your work, didn't we?
the balls to ask to leave 45 minutes early. I thought she'd be like 5 minutes early. 45 minutes? No, girl.
Yeah.
So Aisha's like, she's like, I know with Laura, if you give her an inch, she doesn't take a mile. She takes the whole journey. Oh. And she's like, can't you just like get ready sooner? And Laura's like, no.
She's like, this sucks. She walks off all mad. So now working, cleaning, everyone's excited to go out. The moon rises. And Margot and Laura in their cabin, and Margot's like, girl, if there's anything I can do to help, I know you take a little longer to get ready, so just tell me what you need from me. And Laura's like, I don't want to be out in the evening feeling uncomfortable.
Oh, poor Laura. Here's what you do. Shave her hair off, okay? And then it's like...
Works for me.
It's done. It's done.
Yeah, ready in 2.
So the dinner reservation is at 6:30 at this place at Hemingway's. Which at this point we don't know that it's just like a beer hall, so who cares? But like, I think it's like a nice place. So dinner reservations at 6:30.
It's like literary.
Yeah, it's like expat. But basically everyone's waiting now. It's 6:30. Now it's 6:35, 6:50. It's 7:08, and it's so obnoxious. I don't know why they don't leave without her. If I'd be like, what? Just leave, because she's playing a game now also, I believe. Not only is she taking a long time, but she's also punishing Aisha for not giving her the extra time. So she's going to show, like, if you don't give me the extra time, you're going to have to wait for me because I'm not changing my shit. So they just leave her behind and let her just sit on the yacht alone.
I mean, she's literally cutting her own hair. Okay, they cut to her cutting her hair in the bathroom. Like, come on. Yeah, she's doing that thing where, it's like it's very easy pop psychology. You make people wait to make yourself more important. And, also I think more beautiful because they're like, oh my God, she takes so long to get ready. She's such a hot girl,
Yeah, but it's obnoxious. Me. And the restaurant's like texting and be like, are you coming to our restaurant? We still have the table for you. They're delayed an hour.
But also, restaurant, you need to be less desperate because
it was empty.
Hemingway's is being a pick-me restaurant right now, right? They're like, are you coming? Do you want to come? I mean, are you coming? We're Hemingway's. You said you were going to come. So, I mean, most restaurant, like a really nice restaurant would just be like, you lost your reservation, stupid. Like, what is this, Applebee's? I'm not buzzing you while you're at the fucking, arcade next door.
No, it probably was that the hostess was done with her shift, but she wanted to be on TV, and I was like, how much longer do I have to wait here? Because my shift is over. So they get to this place, and it's just a beer hall, or it's just like it's basically a pub or whatever. It's like a big old place. They're ordering food. Adam, this fuckface, he's like, could I get a bacon, egg, and cheese with salt, pepper, and ketchup? And she's like, sorry, that's not on the menu. I don't understand. It's like, what the fuck is he doing? Just randomly ordering an egg sandwich at a place that serves like pizza.
Yeah, he's gonna be perfect for Laura. That's like the perfect entitled attitude. Yeah, you know what I want? A pizza with an egg on it and a hamburger bun on fried rice. You're like,
yeah.
No, we don't do that. No. SARS. So then we get to this. Okay, so everybody is like hanging out and having fun. Serena is talking to Culver about who they like, and he likes her because she cooks. But he doesn't just like her because she cooks. He likes her because his mom cooks. And she cooks, which is weird. He's like, I like the chef, right? I'm like, okay, you're creeping me out a little, Culver. I'm not going to lie. Okay.
Yeah. Do you do you know how to make a Dutch baby? So then,
You want my mom to show us on FaceTime together tonight? It's like, back off, Culver.
Chef Kim. So then Harry is like feeding Margot some food or something. They're just being silly. They're just giggling in the corner. And Luke is
Super
getting annoyed.
awkward. Like, he can't fit the food in her mouth, so he's just like shoving a piece of meat that's too big, and she's trying to like be nice about it, but it's just flaily and terrible and cringy.
Yeah, so Luke's watching this and he's like, oh, Harry and Margot are like 14-year-olds on their first date. It's hard to watch. I'm like, yeah, but like you're kind of have the subtlety of a 13-year-old, so I don't know. So then so
You're
he decides
rapey, so I would rather
you're
watch
rapey, yeah.
someone innocent than someone like a salty, sir.
Exactly. So then since Margot is like deigning to talk to a different man, and like Margot clearly has no interest in Harry, but like since Margot happens to be talking, Luke then tells Laura to come sit over by him. So he puts all his attention into Luke. And then Laura's like,
Oh, can I sit here? May I sit on you? I want to sit on your lap. Oh, I don't have a lap at home. I have no home. Could you be my home now? Thank you.
Yeah, so she sits on his lap and he goes, "Can you feel it?" I guess meaning his wiener. But also right before this, Adam was about to do a shot, so he was pouring salt. You know, the thing where you put some lime and some salt on your hand and then you lick it, but she licks his hand. She's like,
oh, I didn't notice that.
Trying to be, she's like trying to flirt with Adam, and he's like, whatever, like he ignores her. He's like, you gotta warn me when you're gonna lick. I mean, Jesus Christ, safety. You're like a fucking face crane coming at my hand.
Yo, now I gotta wash my hands because I got your germs on my hand. That's just not safe anymore. I gotta go now.
So so then she goes to sit on, because he's ignoring her. So they're both like doing revenge flirting, where Margot's flirting with somebody else, and so he's gonna flirt with somebody else, and then Adam is not flirting with anybody, but not flirting with her. So she's gonna like flirt in front of Adam. So it's just all sad flirting, basically. So then Margot looks upset because now Laura is sitting on Luke's lap and he's loving it. And Laura goes, "We are just friends, right?" And he's like, "Friends fuck." And then they kiss. And Laura's like, "Oh, we appreciate each other, no?"
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, you just kicked me in the nuts. Sorry, involuntary can." So then Aisha is then like there's like a weird moment where Aisha is like daring Margot to stick her tongue into Harry's ear, and they're like, no thanks. And then Luke and Laura are like very close to each other, and Luke's like, this girl's got some crazy twinkle in her eye. You don't know if she's gonna absolutely love you or absolutely devour you, and I'm a little bit scared of her, but Laura's giving me that attention that I'm not getting from Margot, which I'm like, ugh, I hate that so much. Like, well, she's giving me attention, like, even though I really like this other person, for like 20 minutes she was talking to someone else, so therefore I'm just going to move on to.
It was the
to a
plot of
different
the
girl.
entire season of the last Below Deck Sailing that just finished. Can we not? It's the same thing. It's like, oh, he didn't pay attention to me, so I found someone else to flirt with. And then Gary was, she's not paying attention to me, so I guess I'll flirt with Daisy then. It's like the same fucking thing. So Harry and Aisha are now dancing, and Harry, who, God bless him, like he can sense something. He goes, "Aisha, is Margot off me?" And she's like, "Well, she hasn't said anything to me." And he's like, "But she's acting off of me. I've been very forward with her." And he's wasted. And she's like,
"Poor Harry, someone has to be on you first to be off of you."
Yeah.
Oh,
it's like, you're
poor
supposed
thing.
to play cool, Harry. You know that? Just stop trying, Harry.
So then Laura's asking Luke like who he's feeling, and Luke's like, "What, you don't feel it between us?" She goes, "A little bit." He goes, "Oh yeah, we're out here to have fun, am I right?" So then she just starts kissing him. So they're just like making out, and of course Margot sees it.
Keeping his eyes open thing and staring at her real close up. Ugh, I don't like it.
Ooh. And so Margot's watching, and she's like, "Wow, I can't believe the girl with the gold crown is making out with him. It's like watching Mother making out with Mother. Gotta stop calling people Mother. Gotta stop doing that."
Oh, so he's another fuckboy, huh? Yes, Margot. Yes. Like,
What?
shocker. And she's like giving me all this attention and then taking it away and giving it to someone else. Of course, I'm a little bit like, what the heck? But that's human nature, right? to feel a little bit jealous? And then she just goes, ew, ah! And screams.
And that's the end of the episode. Will their storied romance ever get back on track? We'll have to wait to find out until, well, I won't even say next week. Just a few more minutes on Bravo because it was a doubleheader. But for us, we'll have the next recap up. I don't know. I don't remember what day it is today, but after this one.
Some other time. Just like 90
Some other
recaps this
time.
week. Just come along. Jump on whenever you guys feel like it.
Yeah, exactly. Check your feed, subscribe, and there'll be the part 2 will be up. Not even part. I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
just
drink
say
more
bye.
caffeine.
Just say bye.
Bye,
No
everyone.
one needs it. Bye.
I guess I'll press end to this episode. Bye,
Watch
everyone.
What Crappens would like to thank its premium sponsors. Ain't no thing like Allison King.
Ashley Savoni, she don't take no baloney.
She's not just a Sheila, she's a Daniela.
Itchels.
Aaron McNicholas, she don't miss no trickolas.
Hava Nagila Weber.
Jamie, she has no last namey.
Sipped some scotch with Jessica Trotch. Kristen the Piston Anderson.
She's always supplying, it's Kelly Ryan.
Megan Berg. You can't have a burger without the Berg.
You're never alone with Lacey Monteleone.
Let's give a kisserino to Lisa Lino.
There ain't no problem that Sarah Salvia can't solve ya.
Ruru LaRue.
The Bay Area Betches.
And our super premium sponsors, the incredible edible Matthews sisters.
Somebody get us 10 cc's of Betsy MD.
She's not harsh. She's Jill Hirsch.
We're taking the gold with Brenda Silva. Erica, 500 Days of Summers.
She's the queen bee. It's Sarah Lemke. We love him madly. It's Kyle Pod Shadley.
Don't get salty with Christine Pepper. Let's go on a bender with Lauren Fender.
My favorite Murdo, Karen McMurdo.
Nobody holds a candle to Jamie Kendall.
Give him hell, Miss Noel.
Can't have a meal without the Emily Sides.
Let's get real with Caitlin O'Neill.
We want to hang with Liz Lang.
Shannon, out of a cannon, Anthony. Let's take off with Tamla Plain.
She ain't no shrinking Violet Kuchar. We love you guys.
Hey Prime members, you can listen to Watch What Crappens ad-free on Amazon Music. Download the Amazon Music app today. Or you can listen ad-free with Wondery Plus in Apple Podcasts. Before you go, tell us about yourself by completing a short survey